best thing you can do to fight dark spots is to not get them in the first place. Use sunscreen.
A lot of us, especially with deeper skin tones, that's our concern, is any kind of dark spots that we might have from anything. It could come from acne or it can come from aging.
Remember that UVA rays, you might not burn, but UVA rays, which are the aging rays, they penetrate a little bit deeper. You don't see the results of that until years later.
Welcome everyone to Skin Goals. I'm your host, Lisa Avalos.
And I'm Kelly Sittler, and we're so excited to have the Skin Goals fam back again, talking all about product, which we love.
Yes, we're gonna have a Gab Fest today about new product, which is always my favorite.
Yeah, and so ready to get into it. But we have the best guest to get into all of the new product innovation today. With us in the studio, we have La Roche-Posay Master Trainer, experiential educator, and by the way, just like a TED Talk speaker, Rebecca Herrera.
Thank you.
So
Thank
welcome.
you. Oh my goodness, what a joy to be here with you. I always love these conversations. So
Yeah, we love having you and learning from you. Rebecca's a master trainer here with us at L'Oreal and a mentor.
Yes.
And mentor to many, not only in our own company, but other trainers around the beauty world. We learn so much from you. So we're excited to have a little Gab Fest about La Roche-Posay's new innovation with you.
fantastic.
Yeah. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about your journey, because you inspire so many people, but I think we see you in your role, but there was a building, right, for you to get to where you're at as the master trainer. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
It's so true. I was thinking about that building the other day as I was kind of looking here and thinking, how did I get here from there? You know, and you take a look back in the rearview mirror and say, how did I get here? And I feel so privileged to be here because I have left a lot in the pathway of getting here. And never would I have ever imagined, as I one day was working in a medical clinic and I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I wasn't all that young, and just started to think about beauty. I loved color and I loved cosmetics, and I wanted to be a makeup artist originally. So I studied skin, I studied makeup, but then my boyfriend at the time, don't say that out loud, actually encouraged me to go into hair. So I started my business that way, and I started in hair, I started in skin, I started in makeup, and I just began to work my way up and evolve, kind of like with skincare products. We just evolve, and I just started to find things that I loved more than other things. And sometimes it's about taking a step and finding out something you love, and sometimes it's finding something that you don't love so much, and that just tells you to go the other way. So for all the ways, through all the straits that I've come, I found myself here and am privileged to have called the beauty industry my home for all these years.
Yeah. I'm so inspired by hearing your story, and it reminds me of my journey, as well. And I'm inspired to keep moving, keep going,
absolutely.
Taking the learns.
Yes, taking the learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so can you give us a little background on La Roche-Posay? Just a little brand knowledge.
La Roche-Posay, a lot of times you hear La Roche-Posay and you say life-changing dermatology. I think about when I first came into L'Oreal, which is about 10 years ago. When I first came into L'Oreal, I remember, and here in New York City, I remember all the Dwayne Reed, by the way, beauty consultants, telling me stories of how La Roche-Posay had changed their customers' lives by the products that they recommended. And I think it was from that moment that my heart really was drawn to La Roche-Posay to see what are they talking about. And as you begin to touch and feel the products and use the products and see really the results that happens into your skin, and listening to the stories of people whose lives have been touched and changed from La Roche-Posay, it's just incredible. La Roche-Posay, the name of the brand actually comes from the town where a particular water is found, where there's a thermal dermatological center that uses balneotherapy, which is water therapies, only with the water that's found there, that's rich in selenium. And selenium helps helps to like reduce inflammation and to calm the skin. So La Roche-Posay was actually founded at that center to be able to send home with patients who went there, to be able to support them in their journey to continue that life-changing dermatology with products that really make a difference in their skin. Very exciting.
Yes, I love Roche-Posay.
I mean, it's kind of like no wonder it's recommended by 100,000 dermatologists worldwide with that history that you just shared.
Absolutely, because it works. And you think about those therapies, you think about going to the dermatologist, and they help you with your skin concerns that it is, but you have a partner in the Roche-Posay that also goes hand in hand with those dermatologists.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm like so excited, even
Huh.
more excited to hear about the launches and what is new that's coming from this beautiful brand. And I know what's coming, but I want our listeners to know what's coming, right? We have, and La Roche-Posay is such a beautiful Anthelios. Anthelios has such a range. So many options, and there's a new option coming as well.
And for our folks at home, Anthelios is their sunscreen line.
Yes. Our sun care, right? So Anthelios UV Pro Sport is what's coming. And tell us a little bit about it. What's so special?
Well, UV Pro Sport. So first of all, for Anthelios, here's what's important about Anthelios to know overall. Like, what's the difference in this sunscreen? Is that in this sunscreen, you get multiple benefits. So Anthelios actually incorporates something called cell lock shield technology, which is a combination of UVA and UVB broad spectrum sun protection. But then they give you something more, and that's a double layer of protection in antioxidants that are built into that sunscreen. So that's what's called cell lock shield technology. So it's not just sunscreen, it's sunscreen, sun protection with antioxidant protection, and then you get your additional benefits. So UV Pro Sport falls in the what I call the orange box category, which is an outdoor sunscreen. So it's designed to be water resistant for 80 minutes, or of course until you jump in the water, come out of the water, or sweat, and you rub it off. Then you should reapply. So it's part of a category called UV Sport. You can probably tell it's good for somebody who's sports minded. So think about some of the things that you want when you're out doing sports. You want something that's lightweight. You don't want it to be greasy. You want it to feel good. So it has the addition of glycerin in it, which is a humectant. It can hold on to moisture in your skin, but it gives you that beautiful smooth feel. I hear so many people with sunscreen talking about, I don't like the way it feels on my skin. So this is a really lightweight, smooth feel. And it also is going to be really good for while you're out working out, that it's not going to sting your eyes as it maybe runs into your eyes. It's going to stay where you put it. Very comfortable, very movable, shall you say, in a sport technology.
Because I'm just thinking, like, when I'm going out for a run or something, like, the last thing I want to do is put on something that feels heavy. I want it to glide on. That glycerin in there, that really intrigues me. So,
And I'm a big sweater. So if I'm out there exercising, running, I don't want it in my eyes.
You just don't want it in your eyes. That's so many times people say I don't use sunscreen because I hate how it runs into my eyes and it stings, and then I can't stop the stinging. So it's that lightweight texture. It feels good. It's refreshing, and you feel like you've done something healthy for your skin as well. Like, I love to just like keep it with your gym bag.
I'm almost thinking about for my daughter who is doing volleyball, and she does a lot of outdoor volleyball, and maybe just in that volleyball bag, just like making this a habit. Like,
Yeah. My golfer friends, put that in your bag,
Yes, absolutely. And the habit is the key when you think about golfing and you think about volleyball and you think about the key. And I think even like teaching our children immediately the importance of making that a habit. I mean, that's something that I wish I would have learned so many years ago, that I could have started that as a habit. I mean, what a beautiful way to parent by adding that into or making it a habit. The reason that in many cases you're on the golf course, you go, oh, shoot, I wish I would have brought my sunscreen. You make it a habit and you put it with your clubs or you put it in the bag. You have it ready to go. Make it easy to use and teach your children as well as your loved ones all around you.
I'm also excited for you to tell us all about Anthelios Tinted Mineral, because that is extending, and sneak peek, I got to try it. I love it so much. Tell us about it.
I'm so happy this is extending. How many times when I'll ask an audience or I'll ask a group of people that I'm training, what's your favorite La Roche-Posay product? And they will say Anthelios Mineral Tinted. And they love mineral tinted so much because it's a lightweight texture. It almost feels like water drops. You have to shake it up first. And then when you pour it out, it feels like little water drops. And like you do this and it's gone. It absorbs into the skin. So it's super lightweight. Plus it's a mineral, filter. So people feel like they really love that mineral filter, lays on the top of your skin. And because it's tinted, it gives you a little bit of a glow. So that's been the benefit, especially for people who go, I hate using sunscreen because I want a little bit of, color in my skin. I want to feel like I'm a little bronzy. So you get that bronzy. But we only have bronzy for, a few skin tones that it kind of blended in a number of skin tones. So we really were lacking some deeper skin tones to be able to give them the pleasure of the glow as well. So this is an expansion into 3 additional deeper skin tones, shades actually that will cover a wide range of skin tones. So it's so beautiful to have the opportunity to wear the mineral tinted, that lightweight feel, to be able to get sun protection and a little bit of glow for deeper skin tones, which keep in mind that as much as skin tone can be deeper and you have a little bit of natural protection from UVB and from UVA, that you only have a very small amount of protection, so you need the additional protection as well. And I want to say one more time, if you've heard me say this so many times, remember that UVA rays, you might not burn, but UVA rays, which are the aging rays, they penetrate a little bit deeper. You don't see the results of that until years later, and we all need to be protected from UVA, which is even coming through the windows right now and affecting our skin.
As well as like the whole dark spots, right?
Dark spots.
A lot of us, especially with deeper skin tones, that's our concern, is any kind of dark spots that we might have from anything. It could come from acne, or it can come from aging, right? But that helps. The sunscreen helps protect.
Lisa, that's so important. So many people come in looking for dark spot corrector. They want to come in and looking for something that helps to, like even out the complexion, help with the dark spots. Best thing you can do to fight dark spots is to not get them in the first place. Use sunscreen. And this is a perfect way to put it. For there's many people who don't want to wear foundation, or you just want a lightweight foundation. This is such a beautiful touch just to add almost a little bit of evening shade to your skin, but you're getting some protection as well, or even as a primer underneath makeup. It works absolutely beautiful. Or just go out and, sit by the pool, look fantastic, but your skin's protected as well.
Yeah, I love this tinted mineral. I haven't been able to find one that actually matched my skin tone, and this one does.
Oh, that's so
And even I've tested it when I get very dark in the summer. There's a range for me in there. And I love to wear it at the pool because I need to reapply. So instead of wearing foundation, I wear my tinted mineral and I get to reapply all day.
I love it.
Sitting out at the pool. Yeah.
I love it. So you're using sunscreen correctly as well, while getting the beauty benefits of the beautiful shade of
get a nice glow. It's
bronze.
really glowy. It's very
Beautiful.
pretty. And I feel like I have a little foundation on without like caking up my foundation with adding more sunscreen. I just use that. It's great.
Absolutely, because it's so lightweight.
How amazing to have a range now of shades.
Yes.
Very important.
And no white casts.
No white cast.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me for that. That's one of the beautiful things. So people will say with mineral sunscreens that sometimes they feel like there's a white cast. And the reason for that sometimes can be that, a mineral filter sits on the surface of the skin and it reflects the UVA and UVB rays. So it can sometimes leave a cast. So these tints in the mineral tinted offer kind of a neutralizing of that and then give you a little bit of a glow. So if you don't like using mineral sunscreen because you don't like the cast, please try this. I think you're going to fall in love.
Yeah. It's a new option. Like,
this is
a beautiful thing about innovation, right? Yeah, absolutely. And continuing on with our innovation, it doesn't stop with sunscreens, right? We're also innovating in acne as well. And we have a brand new Effaclar BPO cleanser.
And I love Effaclar. I feel like Effaclar changed my life in my 20s. So I'm excited that everyone's still innovating and creating even more.
Tell us about it. Because BPO, Tell us,
Yes. Well, Lisa, what you just said, Effaclar changed your life in your 20s. That was one of the products that I heard about when I first came to L'Oreal from the Dwayne Reed specialist, that they would talk about how Effaclar, how a mom would come in and she'd be looking for something for her teenage son or teenage daughter, somebody, to help with acne, and heard so many life-changing stories. So Effaclar, by the way, means effective clearing. So thinking about helping to clear your skin effectively, whether it be with medicated solutions that can help with acne or things like blackheads and whiteheads, or even Effaclar has some solutions for just oily skin that's not medicated. So this new BPO cleanser is really exciting because it's kind of a 2-in-1 product as well. So one of the things we know with people who are trying to, work and to help with their skin with acne is they don't really like routines. We all want a one and done. So it's really hard to get kind of compliance in sticking to it. It's also hard. People are looking for a blemish treatment. They just want something to treat the blemish, but are forgetting to cleanse their skin. So here we have a 2-in-1 product with a cleanser and the BPO treatment, the benzoyl peroxide treatment in it of 4% concentration. It also has something called LHA, which is lipohydroxy acid, which is a derivative of salicylic acid, which helps to microexfoliate. So it helps you with the texture on your skin to smooth out your skin. It also helps to kind of decongest those pores. So the benzoyl peroxide at a lower concentration, 4%, can get in and do what it's supposed to do, which is to kill the bacteria that causes acne. So it's a fantastic cleanser to help to clear up that congestion and to help to clear blemishes and to keep your skin clean and fresh and healthy looking.
Great. So a cleanser and a treatment.
It's a cleanser and a treatment all in one.
Mhm. And what would you suggest? Like usually we suggest you moisturize on top of that. What would
Yes.
you use for?
Absolutely. So it's really important because it goes back to that, right? We're looking at getting rid of the blemishes, but now that you've used that cleanser and treatment that came in that cleanser, I love to recommend the Tolerian Double Repair with UV protection, has a UV SPF 30 for daily use to use with that. That's something that you could just easily build in. And then you just have 2 products as well. You have your cleanser and treatment in one, and then you have your moisturizer and you have your sun protection in the other one. You have 2 products. And by the way, it's good for all skin types. It's oil-free as well.
I feel like what you're saying, about compliance. I know a lot of the terms that we've interviewed over the years, like that's exactly what they're saying is like it's hard to stick to a routine, and it's hard to.
But people always ask too, like, how do you maintain your skin? It looks so nice. And the answer, friends, is wash your face. Wash your face.
Yes.
But that's the compliance part, right? It's
Yes,
just remembering that
do
routine.
it.
It's making it a habit. It's saying, I care enough about myself that I'm going to care for my skin. I care about myself. And it's just making it a routine. And I think once you have that routine, it almost like if you skip it or if you leave a product at home because you were traveling, you just feel somehow unbalanced. But if you can make it a habit and build it into your children's habits, that's your beauty accessory for life. So care for it.
Right. And I love the options. Now a BPO option in your cleanser. So amazing. Innovation.
Yeah.
Innovation, always innovating.
Yeah. So our next innovation is one of my favorite lines, guys.
Yes.
If you haven't used Cicaplast, I mean, now we're blessed. For a while, we only had the original.
Yeah.
And now there's different versions. And I don't know if this might be my favorite version, which is the spray, the Cicaplast spray. Tell us about it, Rebecca.
Cicaplast spray. I mean, who hasn't heard about Cicaplast? It's been all over TikTok, all over Instagram. It's everywhere. People singing the praises of Cicaplast and all the things that it can do. So Cicaplast spray. So this was, again, we go back to, there were a number of products that I first heard about years ago. And one of them was Cicaplast as well, was, just the ability, the multi-use of this particular product. So coming in as a spray, Cicaplast is fantastic for helping you, let's say, post-tattoo, in something that you need kind of help with skin recovery, shall we call it. As your skin helps to recover, it helps to soothe irritation that you might have. It helps even with simple things like, if you ever burnt your neck while you're using a curling
All the
iron or
time.
something like that?
The worst part is right in the middle of the forehead,
Right in
right?
the middle, and you've got the little thing that's sitting there from where you did it. It can help with skin recovery after pieces like that. So the beautiful piece about Cicaplast spray is that this is in a lightweight spray, so that instead of having to moisturize it or massage it into the skin, you can literally just put it on in areas that might be so sensitive that you really don't want to touch. I want you to think about, you can use this for diaper rash. So think about when baby is so sensitive that even just that feeling of trying to massage a cream and the ouch, ooch, ach, that you can just spray it. Or think about when you're out in the sun, you're taking your UV sport from Anthelios and you're going out in the sun, but you forgot your scalp. If you need some help there with skin recovery, you can just spray it on there. Or think about your ears. It's soothing, it's instant soothing, and it kind of helps your skin feel better fast in a spray form. So it's really delightful.
Yeah. You know what I'm really loving about the Cicaplast spray? So the other day I had a makeup artist tell me, she was just amazed that we were going to launch the spray. Because she loved the original, but now the versatility of being able to just spray in areas like, and just, you were just like, like a curling iron, like at the back of the ear or some sensitive place that now you have, a little bit of help. So to soothe.
Absolutely. The versatility that you say, we all want, there's something different that's important to each one of us. It's just the versatility of being able to use it. More options. Some people love the cream. They love the rich cream, especially for the Cicaplast, especially when it's winter and you want to help with your cuticles or, the cracks sometimes on our fingers or on your heels or whatever you want to use it. But this is a different option. It's just a little lighter weight spray, kind of instant action, but that same kind of recovery benefit that you get from Cicaplast.
Yeah, yeah. It's harder for me to bend and reach the
You can spray it easily if you can't be bending and rubbing. No bending and rubbing, just spray.
Makes it easy.
I need to get a massage or
think
something.
Think about your kids. We talked about chasing kids with sunscreen. You know what I mean?
It's so true. It's so true. It's the same. Yeah. Like, make it easy.
Make it easy.
Make it easy. Make it nice.
Make it easy. Make it nice. Absolutely.
So there's a wide range of products. We have sunscreens, 2 sunscreens for Anthelios, our Cicaplast, our beloved Cicaplast, and then, our BPO. Which one is the one that you're like, oh, this is it? I think I know which one's going to be for you.
Yeah, it's the tinted mineral.
I knew it.
Extension. Yep. I really enjoyed it. I think that for me, I was a little iffy about minerals for a long time, and now I can enjoy mineral and chemical sunscreen.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my most excitement for the season.
I'm going to go with the Anthelios UV Pro Sport because I'm getting out there and I'm going to be exercising. I'm willing myself to do it. It's happening. I'm really focused on it. And I just want to pack that in my bag. I want to pack it in the volleyball bag when we go over to the courts. This is going to be my guy that I'm going to take with me. So how about you, Rebecca?
I love that. I like that too. Mineral, I'm already using the mineral tinted. Yeah. So I already have the shade that works for me. So I'm going to reach for Cicaplast spray. And I think what I love about that is just the ease of use of being able to spritz it on. I do unfortunately drop my curling iron quite a lot. I think that's also something else that I could use in my kitchen and in my bathroom. Back to that, think about, by the way, Cicaplast spray, if you're, frying up a little bit of bacon, you get a little grease splatter. If you pop that on, it stops kind of the burning sensation, helps in the healing to not scar. So this is a beautiful, I'm reaching for that one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. These are going to be the stars of 2025. Super excited.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Rebecca.
Thank you so much for having me. Always a joy.
Yeah,
thank you. And so many new innovations at La Roche-Posay. Thank you for joining us at Skin Goals. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you get your socials, and love and like us on Spotify and Apple.